Hello. Okay, you should already have your cardboard loom. I just bent mine in half so that the strings lay in front of it and makes it a lot easier to weave. You can use either a needle for this or a popsicle stick with tape on it, or you can even just use your plain string and weave it through. Either one works great, but I'm going to use a needle because I want to do it a little bit quicker, and that is the quickest way to do it. So I'm going to teach you first how to do a tabby weave. So a tabby weave is basically your basic under, over, under, over. This is the weave that you need to always start with when you are doing a tapestry because this is a very foundational weave. Okay, remember that you're creating artwork, but you are also creating a structure. Okay, so this is a foundation thing. You always, always, always need to start with a tabby weave, and you always, always, always need to end with a tabby weave as well. So the way that you want to start this is you want to start with a tail, tuck it under your first little cardboard slat, and then you can just do it nice and straight. Okay, the next thing I'm going to tell you about is how to bubble. So the reason you want to do bubbling is so that it does not get bowed in. So you don't want your strings to be pulled into the inside at all. You want it to stay nice and straight. So here you are, you're just going to do the tabby weave, and you are going to pull all of your string through. This might take a minute depending on how long your string is. And you are basically just going to create a nice bubble. You're going to go up and then bring it down on one side, and then you have a nice bubble. Then you are just going to scrunch it down so that it is nice and tight, laying right next to your other weaving or your other tabby weave. You want to make sure that it is not pulling on either of the sides. So let me show you an example. This example, the student did not use bubbling, so it's bowed in on the side, right? We do not want that. This student did use bubbling, and it looks a lot nicer, right? You want it to be nice and straight. So here they are side by side. Notice how that one is bowed and that one is straight. I will know if you do bubbling or not, so please do bubbling because I will know if you didn't. Okay, you need to do about 4 or 5 layers of tabby weave. You're just going to scrunch it down. Notice how I'm doing the bubbling. When you are ready to end a color, you can just chop it off at the end, and when you have pressures of the other string, you can scrunch it down and it will hold it. The next thing I want to talk about is a Raya tassel. So what you're going to do for the tassel is you can just cut 2 to 4 strings to create your tassel, and you're going to lay them on top of 2 strings. Then you are going to take both of the ends, twist them around the string, and pull them through. So here is an example for you. I'm going to show you one more time because that looks a little bit hard to see and a little bit messy. So let me show you one more time. Okay, one more time. Lay over 2 of your warp strings, pull them up, pull the bottom part of your string through the middle, and pull down. So this is a little bit tricky at first, but once you get the hang of it, you can see and get exactly how to do it correctly. You just pull them down. Here's an example of a Raya tassel. This one I did all the way through, but notice that underneath I still did my tabby weave. So this does not excuse you from just doing nothing underneath it. There still needs to be something underneath it, even if there's tassels. So there's one example. Here's another example. So you can kind of mix and match however you would like to do the Raya. Is really up to you. The last weave that I'm going to show you is the Soumak. So this is basically over to the right, under, pull, through to the left. So this is basically just looping around your entire warp thread. So you're just going to do this over and over again. I have included a handout for you guys so you could look at different weaving techniques and you can really try out each individual one. It's really all about experimentation, seeing what you like. You can also make up different patterns to do in different weaves. Here I am going again with the Soumak. Really, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you really experiment with your different tapestries.